My review of the Coleman Steel Creek Fast Pitch 6-person. It's a big tent. It's 10 by 8, I believe, and you got the 6 feet in the front. It has rain fly. It has the nice vestibule. I looked into several tents. I have a camper, but there's sometimes when I'm traveling, and if I've had tires blow in my camper. This is nice just to have if you don't want to take a camper, if you want to camp old school style. But it's a lot bigger than anything I've ever had before. I like it. You can sit out here. I'm gonna tell you what, I got to Lampy, where Sarah's up in Erie. It's a mosquito haven. And they tell you try that thermocell. This will work. I can sit out there with swarms of mosquitoes. There's a gentleman that has a bug zapper, and it's literally in the morning like just piles of dead mosquitoes everywhere. Here's another angle of it, give you an idea. There's storms coming, so I'm going to test it out, see what it's like water wise. I'm not expecting a whole lot. This is not meant for something for heavy weather. I didn't waterproof it yet. I know how to do that kind of stuff. But I'll show you the inside. The inside is vast, spacious, beautiful, lovely, wonderful, everything you'd ever want for a little porch. I got my own porch. And to step inside, you can see that it's equally roomy. You have windows, a big window here, big window here, these zip. Ventilation, always good. You can tie things on it. You can put a light. There's even access for, I'm going to put electricity in here. So you can see how it is. It's nice and big in here, and I would love to spend time here if it does being waterproof. These are my initial thoughts on this tent. I have not tried it out yet. I just set it up for the first time. I love it. It's a very hot and humid day, and the mosquitoes are not getting me in here. And they're literally going all around this bug net trying to catch me. They will not, though. I'll tell you something, I have had a camper for many, many years, at least over 20 years, and I've camped in tents way before that. I like a tent. This reminds me of when I first started camping. There's times I like a pop-up, a regular camper, and there's times when I don't. When I break down, I blow a tire on the interstate. And there's times when you're traveling, if you're doing, say, 10 hours, where you're going many, many hours away from home, and you don't want to take the chance of having to break down. You're in a hurry. You want to be somewhere. You want to take your tent with you and set it up. You have other options like hammock too, but this is more family oriented. This is if you want to do that kind of thing. Now I'm going to go to the things I do not like. Number one, the tent stakes are very flimsy. They're very small. Cheap, what you'd expect, but with Coleman, I'd expect something a little better. Other thing I don't like is this system of roping, to tie the rain fly down. It's tensioner right here. And I have that tied wrong. I have these tied right. But it is not what I would consider the best of rope. I would expect in a tent like this to have something that's more of a real durable rope. I'm not totally sold on this. Now it's just one stitching sewn in. I would rather have double stitching on the tie outs as well. I really would. You can't see it, but the tying thing here, the pole goes in, it's like a little sleeve. It is double stitched, and you have some waterproofing material here. Not too bad. It's water seam sealed, so that's good. That's a big bonus for me right there. Good for keeping the bugs out. You can see those little clips are not double reinforced. I would rather have those being double reinforced, but it will work. You get what you pay for. This wasn't a very expensive tent. Now, on the initial setup of this tent, it's tied on the top with a 4-way runner that the poles go into. I put that in, all 4 poles, and attached the 3 first snaps to that, because otherwise it is very tough to get this thing to stand up, and to do so with the weight of that holding up. So that is one other thing I'm really not fond of. It did go very quickly. It's a freestanding tent. It went up, like they said, it's a quick setup. But with that are some drawbacks, you know. What do I think of this? Is it something as expensive as a Kelty tent? No, it's not. So you're not going to get the quality you would. The materials are a little less, but they're workable. You know, they're for recreational camping. Wonderful. It's a Coleman. You know, you expect what you get out of a Coleman. You expect what you get out of a Kelty. Now, would I recommend this tent if it's waterproof? Yeah, but I can always take. I do my own work on it and waterproof it better. I know how to do that. I know the materials. I know the sprays you can get. But out of the box, if someone's using it, it shouldn't do that. You know, it should be out of the box usable tent, as it says. I'll see. Is it waterproof? We will find out in a future video.